Hello and welcome to the IndianExpress.com. The Supreme Court's directive to Karnataka today to release 15,000 cusecs of water daily to Tamil Nadu has flared up tensions in the area. I have Amrit with me to discuss this. What do you make of this directive?
I think the Supreme Court was not really sensitive to the condition in Karnataka, because if you look at the data, IMD data, you realize that southern Karnataka, which is basically the catchment area for Cauvery and its tributaries, it received very low rainfall this time. And if you look at the reservoirs, there are three big reservoirs in Cauvery. The biggest of them, Krishnarajasagar, had just 32% of its full capacity as compared to say 54% last year. So that being the state, now water is a finite source. When you say that you have to do this, it may not be possible considering the thing. So it had to be a little more sensitive towards the Karnataka farmer thing. And also if you look back, the state government itself had said that they are not going to let water for irrigation needs because there is not enough insufficient water to meet the drinking water needs itself. So that being the context, it could have been handled, I think, a little more sensitively, considering that you have a history of such intense animosity whenever there is a water issue comes up.
If legal intervention does not seem to solve this issue, what could perhaps be a solution?
See, the problem with the legal intervention is they can only look at the macro picture. The Supreme Court has many things to do. You had the Cauvery Tribunal Award, which is the best they could set up. That Tribunal Award has been questioned. Allocations have been questioned. Critics have said that it doesn't factor in the real water availability. Groundwater has not been taken into account. Similarly, efficiency and equity and such issues have not been factored in. So that being the case, what it says is basically the limits of how a court can, resolve this sort of a problem. So there has to be more civil society needs. Now, the real issue here is that it's a river which flows through. Actually there are four stakeholders, but basically it flows through Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. Now the river has to be treated as a single river basin, and you have to plan accordingly rather than Karnataka carving up its part, Tamil Nadu carving up its part and say that we'll address only our farmers. And that's not possible because it's an organic unity. It needs to be planned accordingly. So you will have to have more civil society initiatives. We had something like the Cauvery family where farmers from Tamil Nadu would be taken to farmers and meet farmers in Karnataka and vice versa. So the reason, the advantage of this sort of an innovation is that each other understands that, look, there is a concern on the other side as well. The farmer in Karnataka is not actually sitting with plenty.
Right.
Or similarly in Tamil Nadu, Karnataka farmers come and understand that the Cauvery Delta, which is a huge paddy cultivating area, really is short on water. So that there's mistrust which is now set in. That basically gets resolved like this. So then resolving, looking for solutions together becomes possible.
With this issue coming up every time there is shortfall in monsoon, what does a long-term solution look like in this area?
I think we have to be very realistic about the amount of water available in Cauvery. Now the allocations is also based on what was an agreement which was signed in 1924. The landscape has changed. You have there is intense urbanization which has happened in the delta, in the Cauvery river basin itself. Industrialization has happened. And you have more water intensive crops like paddy and sugarcane being cultivated. So we will have to rethink all these things. We will have to relook at the crop planning, the kind of crop patterns which we follow. We have to look for system intensification of rice cultivation so that water consumption is brought down.
Right.
Localized and decentralized water management plans have to be thought so that this over dependence on Cauvery is reduced. So you will need to completely relook at the Cauvery basin water management.
So at micro level.
Yes.
Thank you so much for those inputs, Amrit. Thank you for watching.